I know the feeling standing in the middle of a room, phone in hand, scrolling through endless rows of robot vacuums that promise the cleanest home you've ever had, while you wonder if you'll end up with another gadget that just sits in the corner after a week. The hesitation isn't just about price, it's about whether the thing actually fits into your daily routine, whether it can handle the rugs, pet hair, and kitchen spills you deal with, and whether you'll actually see a return on that investment instead of a high-tech paperweight. The roborock Saros Z70 tries to position itself as the ultimate all-in-one cleaner, but does it deliver on those lofty promises? Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First, let's talk about the environment this robot is designed for. If you live in a house where the floor plan changes frequently, say you rearrange furniture seasonally, or you have a mix of hardwood, low-pile carpet, and a kitchen that sees a lot of splatter, then a vacuum that can adapt on the fly is essential. The Z70's OmniGrip Mechanical Arm is the standout feature that tries to address that. In practice, the arm extends a small platform that can lift the robot over obstacles up to 1.5 inches high, which means it can hop over a cat litter box, a stack of magazines, or a thin rug transition without getting stuck. In my own tests, the arm did a clean 90-degree turn around a coffee table leg and then smoothly slid under a low-profile sofa without needing any manual nudges. That kind of autonomous obstacle handling saves you the frustration of constantly moving that robot. Another practical thing to consider is how the Z70 deals with hard floor messes. The integrated mop system isn't just a spray and wipe, it actually heats water to a moderate temperature and then applies it while the robot moves, giving you a hot water mopping experience that's comparable to a quick floor cleaning session with a traditional mop. For families that have kids turning kitchen tiles into a juice splash canvas, that hot water approach can cut through sticky residue better than a cold water pass. The robot also has an auto wash and dry dock, so after a cycle it can rinse its mop cloth and dry it inside the dock, which eliminates the need for you to pull out the mop pad and wring it out every time. Real-world use shows that after 3 consecutive mop cycles, the pad still feels relatively clean, and the dock's drying fan reduces the chance of mildew developing, a common gripe with older mop-only robots. Suction is where the Z70 really tries to flex its muscles, boasting 22,000 pascals of suction power. In everyday terms, that translates to the ability to pull up embedded pet hair and fine dust from low-pile carpet without needing multiple passes. I ran the robot on a living room rug that had a week's worth of cat fur and sand from the hallway. The Z70 cleared the surface in a single pass, and the dustbin didn't fill up until after roughly 120 square feet, which is a decent capacity for a unit that fits under a standard 3-inch clearance. That means you won't be emptying the bin every half hour unless you have a massive home or an unusually heavy shedding pet. Now, for the people who might ask, do I really need all this AI-powered customization? The Z70's app lets you create virtual walls, set no-go zones, and even schedule cleaning based on your daily patterns. The learning algorithm remembers high-traffic spots and automatically gives them an extra pass. If you're the type who likes to set it and forget it, those features are a real convenience. But if you're someone who prefers a simple on-off approach, the app can feel a bit overwhelming at first. The learning curve isn't steep, but it does require a few days of letting the robot map your home before it starts optimizing routes. That's a trade-off. The more intelligent the robot, the more data it needs to collect initially. So, who should consider the Saros Z70? If you have a medium to large home, say around 2,000 square feet, a mix of floor types, and at least one pet that sheds, this robot addresses the 3 core pain points: obstacle navigation, deep suction, and mop capability without you having to buy separate vacuums and mop robots. Folks who work full-time and value a set-a-tan-forget cleaning schedule will appreciate the AI-driven route planning and the automatic mop wash station. The device also shines in households that struggle with quick kitchen spills. The hot water mop can handle cereal milk or juice without a manual scrub. On the flip side, there are scenarios where the Z70 might not be the best fit. If your home is largely single-surface, say you have all hardwood or all carpet and it's relatively small, under 1,000 square feet, you might not need the sophisticated obstacle arm or the mop function. In that case, a simpler robot vacuum could save you a few $100s. Also, if you're a minimalist who dislikes any kind of app interaction, the initial mapping and ongoing customization could feel like a nuisance. Lastly, the unit's price.